I really don't want to speak too soon, but like I'm running out of arguments to say how this completely pulls back unless something gigantic happens on the worldwide front with something crazy of like a COVID level or like a mass FDIC default or something like insane, JP Morgan defaulting, something crazy. That's what we're looking at to really, I think, pull out of this. All intents and purposes, this was the king pivot block, and we set this back in July of 2022, right? Came up here, failed to even touch it. I think we wicked it once. We came up here, got to the very, very tip top, boom, failed. We've now hit it, and we've gotten above it, and we got our retest. So knock on wood, and, you know, all intents and purposes, what I'm going to tell you is, like, if we're long in this, because this looks like we're pulling up and out of accumulation, it's real obvious where we're going to try to like stop loss, right? Like anything that deviates below this king order block is going to have issues. For the past almost year, this has been the ceiling. It is now the floor, right? We want a solid base floor for the next bull run. And that's looking like what we're doing here. So hopefully, that's where we're at. And hopefully these things keep running. Now the problem, caveat here, the problem is if these bulls go too hot too fast, we are going to have pullbacks, and that's part of crypto. We saw it really bad in 2017, huge bull parabolic runs, and it would whiplash back. Maybe it was Alameda, don't really know, but there was a lot of whites and a lot of pinks printed with rainbow trends back in the day, and it was painful. Still in a bull mood, but man, it would pull back 30-something% in a day. And it was just super scary. Hopefully we're not there again. Hopefully this just keeps grinding up and it keeps it easy. But right now we're looking at, you know, the halvings coming up next year, I think. I don't know the exact date. It's not anytime soon. But we're setting up like the bottom of the base floor on a bunch of things. And if we want to hang out and go through the Mayer multiple, the halving cycles and all that, we can. But the bottom looks like it's in. And that's what's scary is every time people wanted to call bottom here, we never really reclaimed and held it. We had a breakout here back in April, and then we nuked. We held up here at 25, 30K, and then Tesla sold and we nuked. And then we've been going through all this, and then FTX exploded. And then now we're pulling back up. And this is the first time since, I don't know, September of 2021, we've reclaimed a range. Like we've printed a lower range and we're pulled up. Like this is the first time we've seen it in what, a year and a half? So it's very important because this is really reminiscing of like what 2019 was, 2018 when we pulled out after the parabolic run from 20K all the way down to 3,200. So it's looking like it's there. And I think this is honestly probably the release. You're starting to get into the safer window of being able to buy spot and hold it. And I think that's where we're going to go. I think as a lot of people are fully deployed right now and they're planning on holding this until something crazy happens. So we shall see.